with some reluctance that I write on the 7 lords of hell, for they are the greatest of the demons, and even whispering their names seems to poison the air around me.
Tell me, what shall you do in my place?
I will see the lords of hell, Belial and Aslan, brought down and destroyed.
How curious. Can you see the reason?
I don't know which one it is. I love this game. It's bloody as fuck.
I am not from Chaldeum. He told me. I welcome the chance to travel with you. It was my pleasure to spend time with you.
Now, to the Qasim outpost. Not enough spirit.
Belial, Lord of Lies, is the most elusive of the 7 evils, and is a master of deceit. It is said that he manipulated Asmodan into revolt against the Primevals. This began the Burning Hell's civil war, which ended with the dark exile of...
Captain of the Guard, you are hereby ordered to send a...
I'm going to Alcarnas. Open the gate.
You must be mad. But if you're intent on rushing headlong to your death, talk to Captain David down in the command post. He's got the gate key.
Why is my neck all hurting?
Here you are, delivered unto me as a sacrifice, a gift from Lord Belial.
You are the sacrifice, Magda. Belial set you here as bait to lure me away from his treachery in Chaldea.
No! He would never betray me! Strike him down!
They don't lie. It matters. You were dead the minute you killed Cain.
Not a moment too soon. They plan to sacrifice us to Belial.
I must wait to use that ability. Has Magda reached Alcarnes?
Yes, we've heard rumors of a horrible slaughter there.
Open the gate. I will put an end to Magda's evil. Cain, your death will be avenged.
How to game share on PlayStation 5 without giving the password or the email out.
Really don't have to hide behind a... Hey guys, this is Dr. Glitch and welcome back to a brand new video. In this video, I'm going to be explaining to you guys how to enable game sharing on your brand new PS5. If you don't fully understand what game sharing is, it's basically a feature on PlayStation that allows you to let a friend on a different console play a game in your library even if they don't own it. It's a really convenient way to play a game with another person even if only one of you own the game. With the help of game sharing, you can practically play games that your friend owns for free without having to purchase it yourself. And the best part about this is that once you enable game sharing, you can access the game from your own personal account and still be able to play it online without being logged in from your friend's account. Now let me just show you guys step by step as to how it works. So right now, as you guys can see, I've logged into my PlayStation account, and if we go to my game library, you guys can clearly see that I don't have any games on this account. So let's just say, for example, my friend has purchased UFC 4 on his PlayStation account, and I want to be able to download it to my console and then play it using my account. In order to do this, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go into settings on my PS5, and then I'm going to head over to user and accounts, scroll down and click on other, and then you're going to find this option right here that says console sharing and offline play. You just want to click on it. Now, if you guys already have console sharing and offline play enabled from your PSN account, you're going to go ahead and disable it. As you guys can see, I already had it enabled Back to a brand new video. In this video, I'm going to be explaining to you guys how to enable game sharing on your brand new PS5. If you don't fully understand what game sharing is, it's basically a feature on PlayStation that allows you to let a friend on a different console play a game in your library even if they don't own it. It's a really convenient way to play a game with another person even if only one of you own the game. With the help of game sharing, you can practically play games that your friend owns for free without having to purchase it yourself. And the best part about this is that once you enable game sharing, you can access the game from your own personal account and still be able to play it online without being logged in from your friend's account. Now let me just show you guys step by step as to how it works. So right now, as you guys can see, I've logged into my PlayStation account, and if we go to my game library, you guys can clearly see that I don't have any games on this account. So let's just say, for example, my friend has purchased UFC 4 on his PlayStation account, and I want to be able to download it to my console and then play it using my account. In order to do this, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go into settings on my PS5, and then I'm going to head over to user and accounts, scroll down and click on other. And then you're going to find this option right here that says console sharing and offline play. You just want to click on it. Now, if you guys already have console sharing and offline play enabled from your PSN account, you're going to go ahead and disable it. As you guys can see, I already had it enabled from my account, so I'm going to go ahead and disable it right now. If you already have it disabled, then you don't really have to do anything for now. Once this is disabled, it's going to log you out of your account. And then you're going to hit the PS button on your controller. And once you're on this screen, what you want to do from here on is you're going to log in using your friend's account to your console. So this account that you see on the screen right now is actually my friend's account, so I'm just going to log into it. I already have their account saved on my PS5, so I don't really have to enter their credentials once again. So now that I'm logged into my friend's account, if you go and take a look at their game library, you guys can clearly see that they have a lot of games. But like I said in the beginning, we're going to test this out with UFC 4. So if I want to be able to download and play UFC 4 on my personal account, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to head over to settings. And then once again, I'm going to go over to user and accounts, scroll down and click on other. And then click on console sharing and offline play once again. And what you're going to do right now is you're going to enable console sharing and offline play from your friend's PSN account to your console. And then once this is done, you're going to go all the way back, and then scroll down and select whatever game you want to download. So like I already said, we're going to download UFC 4. So once the game starts downloading, you're going to have to wait until you fully download the game onto your console before you do anything. So I'm just going to skip this downloading part and get back to you guys after the game has completely downloaded and show you guys what you need to do right after. Alright guys, so once the downloading has completed, what you're going to do is you're going to log out of your friend's account. And then press the PS button on your controller. And then log back in to your own account. And as you guys can see, you've now got full access to UFC 4 that you can play for as long as you want and as much as you'd like to play.
Would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind in terms of, and I've been a part of most of the decisions that have had impact.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to game share on the PS5 so that anyone who uses your console can play games that have been downloaded. So the first thing we're going to do is head on over to the settings cogwheel in the top right corner. And from here, we're going to scroll on downwards towards users and accounts. Once you're here, you're going to scroll on downwards towards other, and you're going to go to console sharing and offline play. It allows anyone who uses this PS5 to play your games and media, even when the console is offline. Now, something to keep in mind with this is that you can only enable this feature on one PS5 console. So previous to this console, people on the PS4 would oftentimes share games across consoles, and it looks like Sony is trying to fight that this way. So if you enable this, which we're going to be doing on this PS5, you can no longer enable this across on a different PS5, for example. Something to keep in mind as well is that it won't have an impact on your primary PS4 if you have one set already. So just be careful, you're not going to be able to enable this feature on other PS5s. However, anyone who uses your PS5 who signs in on a different PSN account will be able to play any games or media that have been downloaded now that you've enabled this feature. So if this video was helpful, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more PlayStation 5 tips and tricks, and we'll see you in the next one.
How to game share on one console, PS5 to another.
How to game share on one console PS5 to another.
How to game share and link PS5 accounts with a friend, or basically how to never pay full price for a game again. Guys, you have no idea how hard it was to really put this into words that are simple enough, so no jokes along the way because I don't want to lose you. We're going to show you how you can link your PS5 accounts, how you can game share with a friend, and you basically will never have to buy a full price game again. Here's how it works. I buy my PlayStation 5. Yeah, I got it, cool. So here's my PS5 system. On my PS5 system, by default, console sharing is enabled. You know it as game sharing, right? I can check that by going into settings, by going into users and accounts, other, and then console sharing and offline play. So now I, on my PS5, can share every game. Every user, every PSN account on my PlayStation 5 can play every game I bought. I buy Black Ops with my money on my PS5, and I want to play with my PSN account, Amazing Amidu. Easy. My brother, my little brother, also wants to play Black Ops. He's 10 years old, but he's a badass, so I let him play. But I don't want him to play on my PSN account because he sucks ass. So he plays on his Amidu's shitty brother PSN account on my PS5, and that is possible because the console sharing is set to enabled. Now, my broke-ass friend and colleague, and your Games Radar host, Danny, also wants to play Black Ops. He's...
Oh, press George.
Share your games with other accounts on your PlayStation 5, or maybe even like your friends or something like that. So if you go to your friend's house and you log in with your account on their PlayStation 5, you can share your games with them. So to do this very easy, just go to your name and then sign in with the correct profile. The one that you have PlayStation Plus with and the one that you buy all your games with. So here's my main profile. If I go ahead and share games, I can share with all other accounts on my PS5. So let's go to my...
Can you game share on two different consoles on PS5?
Can you game share on two different consoles on PS5?
What's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to game share games on your PS5 console. In case you didn't know, game sharing on the PS5 lets you share PS5 and PS4 games as well as PlayStation Plus with other consoles or users. Now, before we jump into the tutorial, a few things to note is you cannot share disc games with game sharing. You're going to have to physically share those. Secondly, this tutorial is from the perspective of you sharing your games with a friend. If you want your friend to share games with you, or if you both want to share each other's games, have your friend follow this process on their console too. That being said, let's get right into the video. So the first step is to make sure that you're logged in with your user account that has the games that you want to share with your friend. For the second step, you're going to head over to the settings menu, then navigate to user and accounts. Scroll down to Other and select Console Sharing and Offline Play. If you see that it's enabled on your PS5, you want to make sure that you go ahead and disable it. If it's disabled already, you could leave it that way. Essentially, when you disable console sharing on your PS5, you will only be able to access games purchased on your PSN account with your own user. And this is because disabling console sharing removes your PSN account as primary for your console. And this means all the other users logged into your console will now have a lock icon and won't have access to those games unless of course you revert the changes. I know this might sound a little complicated, but it's actually quite easy in practice. So after you disable console sharing on your PS5, that's all you need to do on your console. Now let's take a look at the steps that need to be followed on your friend's console. The first step is to of course add your PSN account as a user on your friend's PS5. To do this, simply select Add a User, sign in using your PSN account credentials. Once you've signed in, the second step is to head over to settings once again, navigate to user and accounts, scroll down to Other, and select Console Sharing and Offline Play. Now, your friend should be able to see the Enable option this time on his console. So we're going to go ahead and hit Enable. This is going to make your account as a primary account on your friend's console, which is going to allow him to download games from your game library onto his PS5. Another thing that I like to do is restore licenses right after you've enabled console sharing. And the reason for this is because sometimes when you're doing stuff like this, PlayStation can lock games and there can be issues with ownership of the games. So just in case there is an issue, we are going to restore licenses. So just select restore licenses and it should take a few seconds depending on how many games you have. And once licenses have been restored, we can head back all the way to the home screen here. And now finally, in order to download the games on your friend's PlayStation, your friend's gonna remain signed in on your account and then go over to the game library where your friend can download any game from your collection. Your friend can play these downloaded games using any user accounts that are signed into his console. However, your account will still need to be logged into your friend's console.
Let's see if George wants this copy of Diablo. I already got a digital copy, so let's see if he wants it. If not, shit. Damn. Well, I guess I don't game share. Oh well. I'm bored.